Quick shout out at the beginning letting you know this video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build your online presence and run your business. Gonna talk about that a little more later, but first gotta review a movie based on a Disneyland theme park ride built on the brick and mortar of dad jokes. Here we go. So Jungle Cruise is another attempt by Disney to make a movie based on one of their properties from their theme park rides. It's like they captured lightning in a bottle with Pirates of the Caribbean. They were like, all right, let's do that again. And okay, again, nice. Come on! So they keep trying, so this is their latest attempt with Jungle Cruise. So in this movie, you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt on this swashbuckling adventure, as swashbuckling as it can be. It's like swashbuckling adventure on a river down the Amazon. And you do see the DNA of Pirates of the Caribbean in here, you know? You have your creepy, cursed, undead army of people. I mean, it's a small army in here, but it still feels like they were like, hey, pirates did it. Let's do it. Like, these characters in here feel like they were pulled from an unreleased Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Also see some of the DNA and fingerprints of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, although those movies are a little more fleshed out, a little more concise, a little less spread thin. But you do see some of that Mummy cast and crew in here, you know? You have the lady who knows what she's looking for, her really proper brother that probably shouldn't be on this dangerous adventure with her, but he is, and the scoundrel who can take them to where they need to go, and they team up and they go on their adventure. Not that The Mummy's a masterpiece. It's dumb 90s fun, and I own The Mummy on VHS. Just not the weirdest flex I've done on here, but hey, VHS. A lot of people think it's just the movie that takes you back. It's not. It's the whole experience, you know? The shitty resolution, the tracking, the CRT, the VCR, putting the tape in, you know, it's all part of it. You truly want to go back in time and get nostalgic with your entertainment, up your VHS collection. And I keep making that comparison because that's exactly what this movie feels like. That 90s family action adventure movie that was supposed to come out in 1999. It's a little late to the party. 2021 late to be exact. Really what carries this movie is The Rock and Emily Blunt. They actually have good chemistry together and you feel like you're on a fun adventure with them. They have good banter back and forth that's comedic enough, but really it's their banter chemistry. It doesn't have to be funny all the time, but you can tell when two co-stars are making it click on screen, they do that. But I do feel like this movie was spread a bit more thin in terms of characters and heroes and villains than it probably intended to be. Because on one hand, you have the dude who plays Todd from Breaking Bad. He's this German soldier looking for this magical thing that they're looking for because it'll help Germany win the war. Because whether it be World War I, World War II, any of the world wars, German commanders, they search for magic trinkets. That's what they do in movies. So you have him going after them. Then you have this group of cursed soldiers from a few hundred years ago, and they're also coming after him. And I feel like the cursed soldiers are actually more important to the plot. But I feel like the German soldier was there for longer and he caused a lot more problems for them and he was on screen more. So it's like this movie had villains from two different movies. Maybe it initially had the German villain. They were like, hey, whatever happened to that Pirates of the Caribbean movie with those villains that we never actually used in a Pirates of the... Right. Let's have them in here. But it makes the movie feel a bit spread too thin. Like this movie has too much going on in it. Common complaint that I complain about a lot, but I can't remember the last time I watched a movie where I was like, that didn't feel too long. This movie is like 2 hours and 7 minutes or something like that. For what this movie is and has going on, I feel like that's a bit too long. Hour 45 is probably perfect. If I could choose a villain to cut out, it's probably the German dude in the U-boat. This movie also has bits that have been done in other movies before. Like there's one scene that was playing out and I was like, oh, this reminds me of, I've seen this a few times. The movie Maverick is a quick go-to that I mentally just snap to when I see this bit. But in the end, this movie is one of those movies where the main stars really do carry the entire thing. And even then, if I'm looking at myself, like it's not like I'd be like, all right, ticket for one for Jungle Cruise, you know, that may be asking too much. But if you have a family, if you're looking for a fun family night out and you're like, hey, I want something that the kids will enjoy that won't actually bore me to tears, this movie actually does that. And regardless of where it falters, if you have kids, I think they'll probably really enjoy themselves in it. Honey, you want a night out with the kids? Let's all go to a movie, Jungle Cruise, you know? How old are the kids? 10 to 15, I think they'll have a good time. Once again, I'll recommend it with that caveat that I actually really like. Somewhere between good time, no alcohol required, and drunk, there had to be something. It is. It's an enjoyable family time, no alcohol required, at matinee price. And as I mentioned before, this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace sells over 200 top-level domains so you can find the perfect name for your website. Buying a domain on Squarespace is easy. There are no hidden fees, no price hikes. I appreciate that, as well as the fact that Squarespace allows you to present videos from YouTube, Vimeo, and Animoto on your Squarespace site. And I love the fact that every design automatically comes with a unique mobile experience that matches the overall style of your website. Simplicity simplicity, efficiency, uniformity. It's right there. The true all-in-one platform. So go to squarespace.com for your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, click that link below. Go to squarespace.com/JeremyJohns. Get yourself 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain using promo code Johns. And thank you once again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I do appreciate it. All right, so the dad joke cruise. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.